to start, so I'll just give it to them. Come on, hurry up. I'm not going to make this too extended, but let me get straight to the point. Do something about when I disconnect or overheat while I'm in the dungeon, stuff like that. It doesn't do, it doesn't, fucking take a life for giving me a burden. Like, there should be a thing, maybe, if you can find a way to do this. Or, like, maybe an AI bot or something that tracks if you go up here and click this, or click escape, L, enter, or Alt F4. Because if you don't do either of those, and you just suddenly cease to exist from the game, you can assume that your device got turned off, somebody turned it off, you don't want them to, it got unplugged, it fucking died, disconnected, overheated like my hot ass computer did. My computer's on fire if you can't hear it. It's hot as shit. Even to a little Lego game that does happen, so I just like to let you know. Please do that. And also, please make a command like like this, kind of like that, where you can leave the dungeon while you're in it, or just make a button where you can leave the dungeon. Not to specifically discard from the dungeon, but here's the thing, right? Here's the thing that's made me lose 2 lives instead of 1 when I disconnected. When I disconnected, it shoved me into a dungeon by myself because I was in the dungeon the last time I was off the game. And since there was nobody else in that same server with me, I had to solo a dungeon. To win that, or to lose a life. Now I have 1 life on the character I want to main, and that'll probably happen again, causing me to lose all of my lives and have to start over again. And this isn't even my main build, this is my starting build for the build I'm going for. Which means I can't even truly progress if I accidentally, not even accidentally, like if I, out of my control by the way, completely disconnect, my game gets forcefully turned off, or overheats. If this happens, it's going to give me burdens to make my playtime worse, and also force me into a dungeon by myself, which I 100% can't solo, so I lose a life, no matter what, even if I disconnect. There's no way to leave a dungeon when you go into, so, this fucking bullshit, right? You, create a party, you go into the thing, and then there's a thing on the right, after showing you all the things you can, apply, like, basically kind of like burdens that make the gameplay harder, but give you more rewards. You can select those, and then you can click Start Match. There should be a button somewhere, a command like that I can type in chat or click on, which makes it to where instead of starting that dungeon, I leave the dungeon and go back to this main lobby. The reason why I want this is because this would make a lot of sense, because let's say I accidentally disconnect. At least the worst I get is the burden and don't lose a life, instead of my entire thing forcing me to, no matter what, solo a dungeon because I can't leave it and rejoin the main lobby, because I'll be sent right back to the dungeon if I leave and rejoin. And that will give me more burdens because I left during a dungeon, supposedly, and that will also guarantee that I lose a life no matter what, because I can't solo a dungeon. So please, sum down the entire video. Pretty please, make it to where before I click start dungeon, I can leave. And this isn't, and I know maybe you didn't add this because some people might troll, like, leave one person in there by themselves before they start, or whatever. But either way, if assholes do that, there's gonna be some people on the internet who are rude. Just please, just add that, and then make it to where you don't get any burdens if you don't specifically click X out on the tab, press escape, L, E, or the buttons to leave, or press Alt F4. That would be absolutely amazing. Please do this, because it's causing me to barely be able to progress and causing me to lose lives unfairly, and I have nothing I can do about it. Thank you.